Hi, everybody. Here we have problem number 38 on section 1.1. And again, notice I'm tending to do the even problems. The odd ones are the ones that get homework and stuff like that. Anyway, moving on. Let me just share the screen to show you what's saying here. So it's a list of systems of linear equations, and we're supposed to. How did I get this one? Okay. Systems of linear equations and solve the system. That's basically the whole mandate here. Solve the system. So we're going to look at 38 and then 40 and then 42. So 38, this is the system. So let's go stop the share. Let's just solve this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add -2 times equation 1 to equation 2, and that's going to yield a new equation 2. So let's see, -3 times 3 is -6. That becomes 0. And -2 times 2 plus 4 is 0. And -2 times 2 plus 14 is 10. Well, I get here 0 equal. So I get here. So I get an equation now, and I get an equation which says 0 equals 10, which, as you know, is false. And whenever it happens, that's a contradiction. So basically, I got contradictory results because 0 does not equal 10. So therefore, it's no solution. Okay, let's look at number 40. So number 40, let's see if I can remember what that was. Okay. Number 40, x1 minus 2x2 equals 0, and 6x1 plus 2x2 equals 0. Okay, let me stop the share. All right, and so I'm going to add -2. I'm just going to add the two equations up. I'm going to add equation 1 plus equation 2, and that's going to give me. Well, I don't want. I don't want that. So that's going to give me x1 plus 6x1 is 7x1. And that gives me 2 minus 2x plus 2x. That gives me 0. And 0 plus 0 equals 0. So basically, x1 equals 0. Which means, now if x1 equals 0, well, if x1 equals 0, here's the thing. If x1 is equal to 0, so I'm gonna substitute into the top equation -0 minus 2x2 equals 0. That just means that x2 equals 0. So my solution set is just gonna be 0, 0. And that's it. That's my one and only one solution. So this first equation had no solution. This has one unique solution. And let's look at number 42. The number 42, just to remind you what that looks like, it was 2/3 x1. If you don't believe me, you can replay the video. Plus 1/6 x2 equals 0. And then it was 4x1 plus x2 also equals 0. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add, let's see, -6. I'm going to multiply the top equation by -6, and add it to the second equation. That's just going to give me, well, negative 6 times, that's negative 12 over 3, which is negative 4. So this just comes out to be 0. And that's negative 1 plus 1 is 0 equals 0. Now, what happens is that what this tells me is that no matter what x1 and x2 are, this tells me that how do I say this? I'm trying to say this in the most gentle way possible. No matter what ordered pair I have of x1, x2, then it's going to be 0 to 0. So it's going to be true. So this is going to be infinite solutions. Now notice in these 3 examples, one had no solutions, one had exactly one solution, the other one had infinite solutions. Now, in our class, we're not going to settle for just infinite solutions. I'm not going to settle, but we're not going to settle for that. We want to get, because like I say, it's not random. I can't, like if x is 16 and y is 9,042, this is not going to work. So let's take this bottom equation. Let's let x2 equal the parameter. And let's see what x1 is going to be. So I have 4x1 plus t equals 0, which means x1 equals negative t over 4. So we have negative t over 4. And that tells me that my solution set, it's infinite solutions, but my solution set is going to be negative t over 4, comma, t, or I can write it this way, t times negative 1/4, comma 1. You can write it that way as well. Either way is let's just take let's just do this. Let's just check this here. Let's look at t equals, I don't know, 8. Let's let t equal 8. I just want to check it now. T equals 8. So negative t, so this is negative, so this now becomes negative 2, comma 8. Well, 4 times negative 2 plus 8, well, that's negative 8 plus 8, and yeah, that equals 0. And let's go to the top equation. 2/3 times negative 2 plus 1/6 times 8. Well, that's negative 4/3. And this is 8/6, which is positive 4/3. And yeah, that equals 0. Check. So this actually worked. So again, in high school, you would just say, yeah, I believe. I don't know exactly what you did in high school. No. As you know from, not always 100% sure what was done in high school and what wasn't done in high school. But as to my knowledge, usually in high school you would say just infinite solutions, so leave it at that. But here we're gonna find parametric solutions. When it's infinite solutions, we're gonna find parametric, whatever. Before I leave, I just want to say that generally speaking, graphically, when you have no solution, it would be the answer would be 2 parallel lines. When you have one solution, the answer would be 2 lines that cross each other, and that's the solution point right there. And when you have infinite solutions, that would be when you have each line on top of the other one. I'm drawing a thick line. There's no such thing as a thick line. But I'm drawing it that way, meaning that I have this is a line and that's a line. They're actually the same line. So this line and that line are really the same line. So I'm going to draw like a thick line on top of each other. That's just geometrically sort of what's going on here. Anyway, that concludes this video, and we'll see you again next time. Okay, bye everybody.